lovelies, welcome back to our channel, Get Spooky Society. We are for the first time ever in Aurora, Indiana, and we feel so blessed that we are at the Hillforest Mansion Historic House Museum. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's seriously like we stepped back into the 1800s. We are so excited to be here and so excited to bring this to you today. And with that, I'm going to say it's time to get spooky.
In 1853, Isaiah Rogers, an architect, arrived in Aurora, Indiana on a steamer out of Cincinnati to meet with Thomas Gaff. Rogers designed for Gaff a magnificent mansion situated on his 10 acres overlooking the Ohio River. The Italianate architecture is reflected in its circular porches, colonnades, curved doors, and windows. Thomas Gaff was born in Scotland on July 8, 1808, and came to Springfield, New Jersey with his parents, James and Margaret Gaff, at the age of 3. He opened a distillery in Philadelphia with his brothers, James and John. He and his brothers decided to move their business to Aurora in 1841. Thomas and his brothers had many businesses, from the distillery, a Cincinnati jewelry store, and foundry, to name a few, not to mention a fleet of steamboats. Thomas lived at Hillforest until his death on April 25, 1884. The home remained in the Gaff family until 1926, when it was purchased by Will Stark, a local furniture manufacturer. It then became the VFW in the late 1940s to 1955. A group of local citizens purchased the mansion and formed the Hillforest Historical Foundation, which has been open to the public as an historic landmark and property museum since 1956.
So we are going to start our tour with Judy, who is one of the docents here at Hillforest, and she's going to give us a tour of the inside of the mansion so that we can see, overall the history, what the rooms were used for, etc., before we start our investigation. So Judy, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome. Happy to have you.
Yes. And then this is John and Christine, who you have seen before because we've done their house a few times. And in fact, you probably just watched the latest video from their house. So they're going to help us tonight because they're pros at this now. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Judy, and Judy is going to give us the grand tour of the mansion, or at least the first floor, and then we're going to have Katie on the second floor, and she's going to give us the tour of the second floor. Judy, take it away.
Okay, you're in the vestibule right now. It's the smallest room in the house. 2 reasons for the vestibule was to keep out the elements, the cold elements in the wintertime, and also by the time they moved here, they had servants. And people would come to the door, and they would probably hand them a calling card, and they would decide, give it to the residents, and decide whether they were going to be could visit for the day. Would receive them for the day. So that room is, like I said, the smallest room. We'll go into the next hallway here, and this is the entrance to the other rooms that we have in the house. This would be, if they did entertain guests, this would be their formal parlor. Now, they would say they had the best furniture in the formal parlor, but actually they were very wealthy and had the best furniture, period. They would travel abroad quite a bit, bring back artwork. These 3 paintings you see on the wall were bought overseas and brought back to the home. What's interesting about the house, on top of everything, is that the board of directors who started the Hillforest contacted all the family members and let them know they were making this home in honor of the family. So over the years, we still get back pieces that actually belonged to the Gaffs. So this sofa here was originally in the house, the 3 painting, as I mentioned. Also, Mr. Gaff was in business in like 31 businesses, and one of them was a high-end jewelry store in downtown Cincinnati known as Newstead or Andrews at the time, at some point. It was his jewelry store, and that mirror belonged to him, so it was brought back to the house when he sold the jewelry store. The walls will look like they have dimension to them. It is called trompe l'oeil, which is trick of the eye or fool the eye in French. So it looks like it is some kind of molding, or maybe you think it's wallpaper, but it's not. It's a shaded technique that artists still use today to make their appear to have some dimension to the walls. When they were rehabbing the house, the gentleman that was in charge of painting was scraping through, I think it was like 7 layers, probably wallpaper and paint, and discovered this look, because it's like a fresco. It actually, when you paint it, it absorbs into the plaster. So the board decided to have it redone by a husband and wife. We found out later that the gentleman that did this work originally was named Pedretti. There's a street in Delhi Hills in Cincinnati called Pedretti after that artist. We found the bill that he charged. Somebody brought in something that they have found, which they still do today, bring things back. I think he charged $740 to do all this work. When we decided to have it redone, the board did, they had a husband and wife redo all this. So this has all been redone as it would have been done at the time. In the next parlor, which you would probably consider your family room, this is where they would play games, read books, maybe after dinner the guests would come in here, the women maybe would sit and chat, or the men have a cigar, a little bit of brandy after dinner. There is on this wall here behind you, you see where they discovered the trompe-l'oeil. So when the painter was actually scraping the walls, they kept a little small vignette so that you can see what he discovered when he was actually,
Oh, wow.
150 years ago. Wow. So the other thing is the carpeting, which again was always of interest to me, that they had wall-to-wall carpeting in those days. And the way they had the wall-to-wall carpeting came was from Europe. This is a Brussels reproduction. And it's in 27-inch strips, which you can see, and they're sewn together, nailed against the baseboard, and they use straw or newspaper as padding. We have this put down, also imported, but we do not use newspaper or newspaper straw as padding anymore. So that is not any longer something that we would do. The next room we're going to visit is the dining room. Now, a lot of people observe the dining room seems kind of small, but the Gaffs were big on entertaining, and this room, like I said, seems small, but actually the table and chairs are original. There are leaves to the table, and there's 14 chairs. Some of them are in storage. And if you know about the history of their lifestyle at that time, they were rich, and it had nannies, or that you would know that the children did not eat in the dining room. So this room would be adequate for 14 adults. This is the one original gasolier that we have in the house. That's the way they later on he introduced. He started the Aurora Gas and Coke Company. So naturally had gas come into his house right away, and that was the one original one we have. With your Greek key design, which matches the border in the main hall, and then of course your pineapple design, symbol of hospitality in the center. Mr. Gaff, of course, was born in Scotland, which will probably be mentioned in the, before the program here. And so the wallpaper has been, of course, redone in a reproduction of the thistle design, because thistle is the national flower of Scotland. And also it would coordinate with the chairs, which were also upholstered in the same look. So these were, like I said, they're original. We got to remember that if you knew that we still get pieces of china. This is Meissen china, and it is their original china. We know that there are about 75 place settings. So they could have a big event, no problem. They could do what we do at the house when we have events, is use the 2 parlors and the central hall, and they could have a buffet style, or else the servants could serve them, because they had plenty of china to provide for a big group of people, because like I said, they were very social. I think one of the things I'll just mention quickly that came back to the house is the punch bowl. And the lady that brought the punch bowl back to the house said, well, I don't know how much punch it holds, but it holds a lot of potato salad. She used a 150-year-old bowl. The other thing that I have to mention, no matter what, I have to, and that is this was the bar and tap room when it was the VFW. Again, that would have been something you would have heard in the background. So here's a picture of one of the gentlemen that was the bartender, and it was right over there. And that was just a must for the VFW, as we know.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. Of course, that's gone. So But anyway, this medallion is original to the home. The cornicing has been redone by a master plasterer that is local to this region. So that was redone. And I do believe the gold gilt was something that they would have had in all this cornicing. And of course, over the years, it's been painted over. Coal heat, changes in decor, styling, and I think that the gold is, I think it's gorgeous. Anyway, we're going to go out here, and you're going to see the Greek design that you'll see in the border here. This is another thing that was brought back to the house, which is a sideboard that was brought back to the house. Now, we can go in one more room, and of course, you walked under the flying staircase, and Gone with the Wind, you know, a steamboat look. But as we go here, we're going to go into a wine cellar. Now, the house is built into a hill, and so the wine cellar is going to be, we're going to step up to a wine cellar, but it's mostly underground. So it would be the coolest room in the house. It would also be a room where they would store, like, the refrigerator items, or refrigerated items. So if we go into this room, we're going to go up this way and turn here to our right, going up. This is awesome.
Wow.
And this is an entirely different look than the rest of the house. Very primitive, but these would have items that the servants would have used in their daily cooking, taking care of the house. Very primitive, and these, you know, like the toaster, popcorn popper, and then as I tell the kids when they come here, that was your first vacuum sweeper. It was the, which you're a rug beater,
Yeah.
and of course and then when you point out the coal, they don't know what coal is, so you try to tell them that the fireplaces in this house were coal fueled, and so there's a lot of interesting little items in this room that, you know, a lot of people, when I say, one thing I do mention is that these things were built to last. So, you know, and we have a lot of these these little crimper machines that used to crimp the fabric for their cuffs or their, you know, to give it style or give it dimension, because they didn't have the things that we have today. Now, we have quite a few of those, so I don't know if they kept them to use as door stops, but for some reason, we have these. And so we have quite a few of those.
And you say this was the wine cellar?
This was a wine cellar. This is where they would keep their wine, and we do have a story about how the young cousins would lock their female cousins in here.
Well, of course they would.
You know, there's other stories. We have a lot of documentation, which is wonderful, really.
Well, I can tell you that I definitely have feelings in this room.
Do you?
So far, this is the first time that I've actually felt the energy. So
Okay.
definitely. I don't know if you've ever had any stories of any spirits or anything in here, but we may want to spend a little time in here.
Okay.
If anybody has a cell phone on, please turn it on airplane mode.
Where do you want this one? I told him I felt like that one should go right there.
I'm thinking up here by this other cat
Ball.
ball.
Now, can I talk or not? Okay. So what you feel is, what you want to know is, did something?
It's not bad.
No, but what is what you're trying to discover? I guess what I'm saying is what, that there was something going on in here or not?
Just that there's extra, that there's just energy that has stayed here. I don't know if she would have a better explanation,
Okay.
but because it feels extra.
It isn't generated by people or humans? No.
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different than the living humans.
All right.
Or
whatever.
dead humans, I'm saying no.
Dead humans? No, it's definitely, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's what it is, yeah.
All right, I need to get rid of my
extra
gum.
humans.
Okay.
Spirits here.
I need to get rid of my gum. Is there a garbage can close?
No.
Just swallow it.
Just swallow it. It's a lot that they say it
Can we
stays in
turn
your
the-
stomach.
Can we shut that door and turn the light off?
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Are you paying attention?
Yep.
Hi.
The light is,
Thank you.
Turn the light off first though. It's around the corner there to your, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, whoever turned that flashlight on for us.
Where'd the other one end up? Flashlight.
It is
Up
up
there.
there by that
Sweet.
ball.
Okay.
Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and do our prayer and put our protection on. And then, oh, hi, thank you so much. Good call, Christine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you hold on for just a minute until we get to you, please? Okay, so we'll do our prayer and we'll introduce ourselves to whoever is here that wants to talk to us. And I know it's cold in here, but I'm extremely chilly. And for the viewers, we are in the wine cellar.
Flashlight.
Hi, can you turn it off, please? Thank you. Okay. Are we ready for our prayer, everybody?
Yep.
That's me. Heavenly Father, please wrap us in your white light and shelter us from all evil. We do not allow any evil into this building or into our circle. Kappa, are you good at that? Into this building or into our circle. Thank you so much, flashlight. Thank you so much. I'm taking it you are not evil because I don't feel evil anyway. We do not allow any evil to communicate with us tonight, and we also do not allow any entity to attach itself to us or our equipment or follow any of us home. You must stay here if you are here, any entity. We do, however, invite you to come forward and communicate with us as you have. We've had 2 shiny balls and a flashlight, and we are so excited to start talking to you. We come in peace and with all due respect, and we just want to talk to you in this beautiful, beautiful home you have here. Amen.
Amen.
I am Stephanie, and again, I just came here to talk to anybody that wants to come forward and talk to us. We have several different devices that you can talk to us through by answering questions. You're already turning on a flashlight or a torch and touching these shiny balls. You can also affect the temperature, thank you, affect the temperature or go near this green light over here and it will light up. You can touch that. You don't even have to touch it. You can go towards that red light. Those are REM pods. And I'm gonna turn this device on so you can talk through it, and I'm turning it over to Dale. Well, I will say though, I'm completely open tonight. You can use my energy while I'm here in order to talk to us and communicate if you want.
Hi, spirits. Anybody that's around us. My name is Dale. Do not be afraid of anything that you see as far as the equipment goes. It is harmless. Use it to recharge yourself if you need to. Use me, touch me if you need to. It's all good and it's all friendly and it's all harmless. Just speak to us through any ways that you can.
Hello, spirits. My name's Christine. I am more than happy to allow you to use my energy tonight to communicate with us in any way that you can. And I welcome you.
Thank you. Judy?
Yes.
Just introduce yourself to
whoever we're talking to.
Oh, am I? I'm supposed to introduce myself?
Yes,
To the spirits.
Okay.
to the spirits.
I'm Judy, and I come in this room very often, And I love this room, and I love bringing people here, so you don't have to worry about me because I love this place, and I love every spirit or anybody else that's in here.
Excellent. And you're okay if they use your energy?
You could use my energy because I got lots of it.
Awesome.
Oh, flashlight. Very
They
bright.
definitely agree.
Hello, Spirits. I'm John. Very nice to be here. This is a one beautiful home, and you may use my energy if you need it. So there's that.
All right. Okay. So I have one more way you
Flashlight.
Thank you. Can you turn that off, please? Please turn it off when you're ready. Thank you so much. Okay, 2 candles and
Flashlight.
2 flashlights. All right. Whew. Okay, so I have another device here that you can say words through. Ooh, chills. You can say words through as well to give us some examples of what you want to talk to us about. If you want to tell us your name, if you want to tell us something in particular. We are in the wine cellar, and we do have lots of items in here that the staff would have used. And it looks like there's still wine, there is wine back here. And what did you say, Judy? They used to lock the girl cousins in the wine back here?
Yes?
If any of you are from Divide,
Flashlight.
thank you.
And another flashlight.
So, they're divided. Can you turn that off, please? Please turn it off. Thank you. If the ones that are communicating with us through these flashlights have lived here, or let's just say, did you live here? Will you turn it back on if you lived here? Please turn it back on. Were you related to those that lived here? Were you staff? Thank you. Can you turn that back off? That was really bright too.
Very bright.
Please turn it off. You did a really, really
And that
good job. Thank you. So we are talking to the staff, which makes complete sense. Can you turn that one off? Okay. Were you here at Hillforest back in the 1800s? Can you turn one of those torches back on, those flashlights back on?
There's a whole lot of activity right over here now.
Yeah?
See it right here?
Oh, yeah.
Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. So there's somebody over here with this flashlight then, for sure. Okay. Okay.
And the flashlight just came on.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So I'm not sure which question you're answering at this time. Can you turn that back off, please? Thank you. Were you here in the 1800s? Can you turn that back on if you were here in the 1800s? Were you here in the 1900s? It had to be one of the two. Are you still here? 1900s, okay. Excellent. Can you turn that back off, please? Are you still seeing somebody?
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing?
Just kind of hovering around.
Hanging out.
So you've had it there this whole time not moving and it wasn't there and now it's there?
Right.
Okay. Just, what was that?
Flashlight.
Oh, I saw it shining over there. Hi. Okay, this one, you have something to tell us. Can you tell us your name through this device? Can you tell us your name or speak it into the camera?
Subscription expired.
I'll just hit no or
There.
get rid of it. It keeps telling.
It's like on top of that round.
Flashlight again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's on
some
top of
that.
this round thing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't see anything there that it could be mapping.
Right, and it wasn't mapping anything a little bit ago.
Right.
It just all of a sudden started. Oh, thank you, flashlight.
Can you turn that flashlight on again if you are hanging out over here? If that's you that's hanging out over here that we can see in that device that Christine has? Can you turn it back on, please, if that's you? No? So that's somebody else over there? Can you turn it back on if that's somebody else?
Flashlight?
Okay.
Flashlight?
Whoa! Can you turn those off, please? Please turn them off. Can you turn, thank you. Okay, I'm going to count because I'd like to know how many people we have in here that we're talking to. Are you still seeing somebody, Christine? Okay. If I count, I would like you to touch one of these devices and turn them on when I get to the number of people, spirits that are in this room besides us. 1.
Flashlight?
Well, I know you're here. I need a total unless you're telling me you're touching all of these. Okay, let's try it again. 1. 2. 3. 4. I knew it. 4. Thank you so much. Can you turn that back off, please?
Move it to see.
I don't know.
It's not cycling.
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh.
Yeah, no, those aren't cycling because they're too.
Really?
Oh, flashlight, see? Yeah.
Okay, so there's 4 in here.
Get brighter.
Can you turn that flashlight back off, please? Can you touch that shiny toy ball next to it,
Flashlight?
like you did earlier? Okay. Turn it off, please. Hattie.
Hattie?
Hattie. Hattie. Can you turn one of those devices on if your name was Hattie?
Well, that is standing up more. See?
It's getting more definition.
Mm-hmm.
Can you wave your hand if your name was Hattie?
Flashlight.
Oh, flashlight. Okay. Can you turn that off, please? One more time to confirm. Can you turn that on if you were saying your name was Hattie?
It's almost like it's reaching for the
Flashlight.
doorknob.
Yeah.
Realize.
Does it look like it's wanting to turn that doorknob?
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn that off, please? So I feel like there is somebody named Hattie in here.
Could have been staff. Do you have a list of old staff?
No, they didn't keep records of who was on staff here at Boosters. The young ladies settled in the dorm, that were servants, that, to my knowledge.
Okay.
I can find out.
And it probably cycled through. Oh, flashlight.
That was bright.
Very bright.
Can you turn that off? Okay, so they said realize, divide and realize. Can you turn that off,
It's definitely
please?
getting more. Well, no, it's crouching back.
Are you saying that we should realize that you were divided from the people that lived here? Can you turn that on? If you were divided from the people that lived here?
Flashlight.
Okay. They definitely knew their place. Can you turn that off, please? Can you turn one of those on, specifically this one by the doorknob, if you want us to open this door?
Oh,
Wow.
that was a very quick answer.
Are we able to open that door?
I don't know. Is it locked?
No, I think it just opens.
Okay. I never.
Careful, that flashlight is very, very
Okay, I'm
unstable.
gonna take this flashlight.
Yeah, moisture might.
Stick it on.
Now let's see what it does.
Looks like it's leaning towards the open door.
I think it's trying to look in.
You can just look through the slats. Flashlight over here.
Damn it. Okay. All right, the door is now open.
Isn't that funny how
I
her
don't know.
stayed
Did I
out
mess it
here?
I thought it was like another one.
Did I mess it up?
No, I think it was mapping you, but it was mapping you.
You were over, it was weird.
Yeah.
Your map stayed away from you, but as soon as you walked back
Oh.
out, your map attached back to you.
No. Is it still there? Is it gone?
You're standing in the way, so I don't know where it was.
I don't know where
It's
to go.
gone.
Okay, it might come back now that am I in your way?
You're new.
Am I in your way
Of
now?
that right side flashlight. Is on.
I don't know where to go.
Might be better against this dresser.
Okay, how about that?
That'll work.
All right, we have opened the door. Please turn on one of the devices if that is what you wanted me to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you turn that back off, please? Let me know if it comes back. Please turn it off.
Save my battery.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you somehow give us a clue? Terror.
Oh,
Okay.
Was Naughty Charlie a terror?
I'm getting a feeling that not only were the female cousins locked back there, but I feel like one of these or more of the servants were locked back there. Just for, I don't think
Just for
it,
fun?
yeah, just for fun like it was with the female cousins. I think they just were playing pranks on them, but they didn't like it. Can you light something up if I'm right? Please turn something on if I'm right.
I think you might have made them happy by opening the door.
Did you want me to open the door because you felt like you were trapped back in there? Please turn something on if that's why you wanted me to open the door. Yes, you're right. Okay, thank you. I was definitely getting that feeling. Please turn that off. Ooh, divided and realized. I'm wondering if maybe some of the servants lorded over the other servants.
That's pretty, yeah, I'm sure that was pretty normal.
Uh-huh. Okay. Can you turn on one of those devices if there's anything else you want? May.
May.
If there's anything else you want to tell us? Is there something significant with May? Can you turn something on? Can you turn something on if you just wanted the door opened? Please. Can you turn something on if you're still here with us? Okay, I think we let them go.
They're done.
Yeah. Thank you so much for communicating with us. We are happy that we could do something very simple to help you. We're going to move on to a different area of the house, but you are completely welcome to come to the rest of the house and talk to us more if you feel like it. Thank you so much. Hey lovelies, that wraps up another episode of the Got Spooky Society here in Aurora, Indiana at the Hillforest Mansion Historic House Museum. We are so blessed to have been here to step back in time to the 1800s, and we cannot wait for you to watch this series. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so excited to have you. Please, for free, give us a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, comment, share. Anything you do helps our channel, again, for free. And until next time,
Stay spooky.